Good afternoon, students. Yeah, so we'll start with the chapter planning. Chapter 1, 2, and 3 we have completed management and its function. Number 2, principles of management. Number 3, business environment. And so today we'll start with planning. Okay. So the topic for today is planning. Clear? Yeah. So see this first of all. As we have discussed, planning is all about three things: what to do, when to do, and how to do. What, when, and how. Three things you have to remember. Three words: what, when, and how. What is to be done, when is to be done, and how is to be done. Clear? What, when, and how. And there are many topics which has been deleted from this chapter. Okay, not only this chapters, from all chapters and from all subjects as well. So I'll not be doing or dealing with those topics. So I'll just be revising the topics which are there in the syllabus, so that will be good enough for you or also. Okay, so we'll start with planning definition. So first of all, what is planning? Planning is all about what to do, when to do, and how to do. Okay, so see the definition. Firstly, we'll see this presentation, PowerPoint presentation, and then we'll go back to the book. Okay, NCERT book. Okay, so as you can see, this planning means setting objectives and targets and formulating an action plan to achieve them. It concerned with both ends and means, that is what is to be done and how is to be done. Clear? So it is concerned with both the ends: what is to be done, number one, and number two is how is to be done. It's not that key. If you're planning to get good marks in your boards, class 12 board exam, so that is not the only point. What is to be done? Your plan is to get good marks in board exam. Now the question arises: how is to be done? You'll take tuition, you'll take tuitions, you'll attend online classes, you'll give timing, devote timing for self study. So this is the meaning of your planning, what you will do to get good marks in your class 12 board exam. Yeah, so this is the meaning of planning: what is to be done and how is to be done. Okay, these two should be determined. Okay, and next, what is planning saying? Planning is considered to be the basic or primary function of management. Yeah, so in management, if you want to achieve any goals, if you want to achieve whatever is maybe your objective, the first thing that you will do is planning. No matter in management, no, it's not only in management. You take your personal life also, whatever you have planned. If there's a big function in your house, if there's a big program in your house, okay, if there's a big program to be held in your school, so what we do, like before 1 month or before 2 months, what we do, we sit and plan, we practice what is to be done, how is to be done. This is the meaning of planning. So this is the reason why this is the primary and basic, the first function of management. Clear? So planning precedes all other functions of management. Planning precedes all other function of management means before starting any other function, the first function, planning, is to be performed. Clear? So this is all about the definitions of planning. Okay, see next, the steps involved in planning process. Okay, what are the steps involved? How do you make a planning, or how do you reach to a planning process? Okay, the first thing is setting objective. The first thing is setting objective. Let's take an example. If I'll ask you, what is your plan for this class 12? So what you will say is, so I want to get good marks in class 12, I want to get inside good colleges. So your objective is to get good marks and to get inside good colleges. So this is your basic objective. So for this objective only, what you're doing, you're planning your work, you're doing self study, you're attending online classes. So first thing you have to do is you have to set an objective for yourself. Okay. And for organization also, they have to set a goal. They have to set an objective. Then only planning is possible. Clear? And then after setting that objective, what you will do? You will develop premises. What do you mean by premises? Premises means different options you have to keep for yourself. Okay, you're keeping different options open for yourself is the meaning of premises. What are the future assumptions? What are the future assumptions? Like for example, when we started with our class 12 with class 12 syllabus and classes, we never knew that this COVID situation or this pandemic situation will occur. Understood? So we were not determined, we were not planned. Our planning were according to normal classes will go on, students will come. So developing premises means if these types of situation or events are happening, what will be our second course of action? Clear? What are the future assumptions that can occur? If I want to get good marks in colleges or in a school in class 12 boards, what are the future difficulties or assumptions that can happen? This is the meaning of developing premises. Clear? So the first thing is you will set your objective. Second thing is you will develop premises. Third thing is identifying alternative course of action. What do you mean by identifying alternative course of action? This means, for example, from your house, let's take from your house to the nearest shop, there are many roads, there are many ways connecting from your house to the nearest shop. Now what will you find is you will take out the different alternatives. You will take out the different alternatives that are available in front of you. The different alternatives available in front of you are three alternatives. From your house to the nearest shop, there are three alternatives available. Okay. So this is the meaning in organization also. To reach a certain objective, to reach a certain goal, what we do is we develop or we identify the different alternatives or course of action that will be suitable to reach that goal. Now we cannot, in the fourth step, we cannot accept all these objectives. We cannot accept all these four alternatives. In the fourth step, we cannot accept or we cannot use all these four activities. Like for example, if I am saying from your house to the nearest shop, there are three roads connecting to that shop. Now at one time, you cannot use all three ways. At one time, you cannot use all three ways to go to that shop or to reach to that shop. What you will do? You will evaluate which is the best way, which is the best road connecting that shop. And that is the fourth step. Evaluating different course of action, to read different course, which will be less costly, which will be the best possible way, which will be the best course of action that will help me to reach my goals. That is the meaning of evaluating different courses of action. Okay. Next, once I have decided that yes, I'll choose this course of action for reaching my goals, then what I'll do is implement. Understood? I will start working on that plan, and the last is implementation of the plan and follow up action. Okay. So this is the main process, basic process of planning. Okay. So first is setting objective, developing premises, identifying alternative course of action, evaluating alternative course of action, formulating derivative plans and implementing the plan, and last is follow up. Clear? So this is the basic function or the process of planning. Okay. Good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah. Next we'll see is we'll talk about the different objective. Okay, so we have seen the process. Now we'll talk about what are they. The first objective is setting organizational objective. So what does this talk about? Setting organizational objective means the first and the foremost step in setting organizational objective, it specifies what organization wants to achieve. So as I said, if you want to get good marks in 12, get inside good colleges, this is your objective. Understood? Now what you will do? Develop premises, which means planning is concerned about the future. which is uncertain, which means what uncertainties can happen in future. Like for example, GST was implemented, demonetization happened. We never knew all this will happen. So we have to, beforehand, we have to keep certain assumptions that in future this can happen while reaching my goals. So this is the meaning of developing premises. Okay. Now what I'll do, I will identify different course of action. The different courses of action that will help me to reach my goals. Okay. Next is I will evaluate and study each and every course of action. I will find out which is the best possible way to reach my goals. Understood? Then I will implement that plan. I will do action plan on that, and I will follow up. Follow up means to see whether I am working according to my plans or not. Okay, to see whether I am working according to my plans or not. Clear? Okay. Now see the features of planning. These are the features of planning. Just see the features of planning. Yeah. So planning focuses on achieving objectives, of course. If you have a certain objective in your mind, then only you will plan for reaching or achieving that objective. Planning is always futuristic, which means it deals in future. Planning you'll never do about your past. Now you cannot sit back and say, let's plan to get good marks in class 10. No, what you'll do? You'll plan and sit for your class 12. Understood? Planning is pervasive. What do you mean by pervasive? Write down the meaning of pervasive. Pervasive means universally accepted. It's not that planning is only for big organizations. Even for small organization also, even in families, even in individual lives, planning is done. So planning is pervasive means it is universally accepted everywhere. Okay. Planning involves choice and decision making. Planning is continuous and planning is a mental exercise. You have to use your brains to do planning. Okay. It is a continuous process. Once you achieve a goal, then again you will do planning. Again you achieve a goal, then again you do planning. So it goes on. Clear? So see this, it focuses on achieving objective. It is futuristic. It is pervasive. Clear? It involves decision making. It is continuous. It is a never ending process. Once you achieve an objective, then again another plan. Then again you achieve an objective, then again another plan. Then planning is a mental exercise. Clear? Now see the importance of planning. It provides direction. Of course, it helps you to reach that goal. If you will not do planning, if you will just sit back and say, I want to get good marks in class 12, and there's no planning for that, will you get good marks? No. So it helps you. What does planning helps you? It provides you direction. How should I get good marks? Understood? It reduces the risk of uncertainty. Uncertainty means you never know what will happen in future. Uncertainty means you never know what is going to happen in future. Clear? It facilitates decision making. It reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. Overlapping and wasteful activities, for example, if you are giving a person a job, if you are giving a person a work to do, if there's no plan, what will happen? Some person is getting more work and some person is getting less work. So this overlapping of activities will not happen if planning is done in a good manner. Okay. Then its planning promotes innovative ideas and planning establishes standards for controlling. What do you mean by planning establishes standards for controlling? This means that once you do planning and you start working on it, then it becomes easier to see that I'm working according to my plans or not. Okay. It is easier because I've already planned, and then when I'll do follow up, I'll see that I'm doing according to my plans or not. Then it becomes easier to check, yes, I am working according to my plans or not. This is the meaning of planning establishes standards for controlling. Okay. So this is the importance for planning. If you have any doubt, you just do comment. Okay. Any doubt, then comment. If you have any doubt, you can comment. I'll see the comments and I'll remove your doubts. If you have any comment, if you have any doubt, do comment in this chapter, okay? Okay. So any doubt in definition, importance, planning and process? Any doubt till here? Any doubt? Okay. So we have done definition of planning, then we did definition and then we did no problem. So okay, good. Chalo. Next. Chalo. Yeah. So see, these are the importance. It provides you direction. It reduces the uncertainty. It facilitates decision making. These are the importance. Please just go through. It's there in your books also. I'm showing you this presentation just to make it easier, a bit easier to make you all understand in a much better way. Okay, but these all topics are there in the book. Okay, I'll just go through the book once more. Yeah, it reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. It promotes innovative ideas. It reduces or it establishes standards for controlling. So these are the importance of planning. Clear? Okay. Yeah. Next is limitations. Limitations means what are the barriers? What are the barriers that come when we do planning? Okay. So suppose for example, like the best example I can give you is in the month of March, we were planned that our classes will start, again students will come, new session will begin, and everything was well planned. Then suddenly what happened, this pandemic, this COVID situation came and all was given a full stop and everything came to a halt. Online classes are going. Things have changed drastically. We never knew these things will happen. Planning was done for different thing. That students will come to the school, again new session will begin, same thing will happen. But what happened? This uncertainty happened, pandemic and COVID. And we were never planned for this. We were never planned what is going to happen. Okay. So for this reason, there are many limitations in planning. The barriers which come. Okay. So there are two types of barriers. One is internal and the other is external. Clear? One is internal and the other is external. Clear? We'll see one by one what are the internal limitations and what are the external limitations. Okay. Let's see the internal limitations. Planning leads to rigidity. Yeah, of course. Once a plan is made, you cannot change it. You have to work according to that. So that is why planning is very rigid. It reduces creativity. Why? Planning is done by top managers. You have to just work. If you're working under a manager, you just have to follow instruction. You cannot give your own thoughts or own views. Understood? Planning is a time consuming process, of course. It takes time to make a certain plan. It takes time. So it is a time consuming process. And of course, it involves huge cost, huge expenses in board meetings, discussion, professional experts. You have to pay them. So it involves a huge cost. Clear? Next is planning does not guarantee you success. Of course, let's take an example. If you want to get good marks in 12 and you have planned, you are getting everything is well planned, you are studying hard and you want to get 90%. Is it confirmed that you will get 90% no matter everything is planned or not? There's no guarantee. Understood? So same in planning or reaching any objective, there's no guarantee that you will reach your goals. Clear? And it is not, last point, it may not work in dynamic environment. It may not work in dynamic. Dynamic means which keeps on changing, Understood? Like same thing happened. Our classes in March month, it was planned in a different way. But suddenly this dynamic environment, this COVID came and everything is totally changed. So planning was for something else. Now we are working according to different plans. So planning cannot work in dynamic environment. Clear? So these are the internal limitations, and now we'll see the external which is not in our hand, like natural calamities. Natural calamities, floods, earthquake, famine, and something which is beyond our control, beyond the control of the managers, are external causes. Same this COVID, coronavirus situation, pandemic situation. This is not in our hand. Many companies have closed down. Many companies are having losses. Many companies are closed. Many firms, many institutes are closed. Clear? Technological causes. Sometimes machines, they stop working. Machines are not working. So these are technological causes. Okay. Change in government, like demonetization happened, GST happened, interest rates happened, different interest rates. So these are all external, something which is not in our hand. Understood? Strategies of competitors. Now suddenly, let's say this is Samsung phone. Now suddenly Vivo or Oppo, they have launched something new. They have launched something new which is nothing in comparison with Samsung. It is totally beyond Samsung and other phones. So what will happen? You have to occur losses. Change in fashion, change in trend. People are wanting new life, new fashion. These are all external causes. Okay. Yeah. And this topic, types of plan, please cut this topic, types of plan. It's not there. Types of plan, this objective, policy, strategy, all these are not there in your syllabus. Clear? I'm repeating this again. Types of plan, standing plan, and all these types of plan are not there in the syllabus. Have I made myself clear? These are not there in the syllabus. I'm writing this down. Types of plan is not there, in the syllabus. Okay, clear? So it's not there in the syllabus. I've written this down. Types of plan. From types of plan you don't have to study till the topic I have taught you today. Definition of planning, importance and features of planning, process of planning, and limitations of planning. That's it. Clear? Till that point you will have to study. Any doubt, please tell me now. Yeah. Any doubt, please tell me. Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you students. Have a good day and God bless.